Welcome to Big Red Leads. I'm Big Red, getting you and your business back to the black. Like, share, definitely subscribe to the channel. Hit the notification button so you can get these messages and some of these tools and guidelines to basically help you improve your business, your life, and your trajectory. Now, today I want to talk to everybody about something that is wished for, hoped for, and used too often and not in the right spaces or context. We're talking about luck. In the great words of Clint Eastwood or Dirty Harry, do you feel lucky, punk? Because understand this, when you start talking about what you need as far as to get yourself going, to get your business going, please understand you are an amateur at that particular time. But understanding and learning the facets of the mastery of whatever endeavor you choose to embark upon. Most people do not even realize that there are role models and people that you can model and get a blueprint from for your business, for your life, whatever it is for you, whatever that you're willing to put the work in for. Understand that inspiration is to be used in those moments when you are having an amateur thought or action is taking place. Because otherwise we're talking about the mental state of where you are. Are you putting in the work on a consistent basis? Why are you doing this and why are you struggling? What are you struggling for? That's the better question. Are you struggling in this particular moment because you're putting work in to build something that is going to eventually build into an empire? Are you putting in the foundational work that needs to be done and understanding that once I can speak the language of said business, I can actually go to places and put myself out there in the market so that I can actually talk to people who know what they're doing in the field? Have you researched this? Whether it be sales, whether it be marketing, whether it be advertising, whether it be mentorship, whether it be starting a program from scratch. Whatever it is, you have to get over this hurdle. And one thing that's added onto this, that's a layer that gets overlooked, you have to do the inner work so that you are not blindsided by your own faults and then simply self-sabotage on whatever your endeavor is. So whatever hurts and traumas and pains that you've experienced, especially as a young person, if you do not acknowledge them and let them fester, especially as an adult, they will come back to bite you. You got trust issues. You got issues with people lying to you, which also could be trust issues. You have issues in not being able to communicate clearly and have some real clarity in your own way of thinking. You have communication issues. Please understand, you have to go through these problems. Most people are not willing to sit with a few moments of pain to get to the other side. Let's start there. If you're starting something new, there's already a collage, if you will, of unknowns. So what does your brain do? Your brain is automatically going to do everything it can to protect you. So it's going to tell you, oh, that's okay, we'll do it later. So you procrastinate, you put things off, you don't do the study, you don't put the work in. You're going to do everything you can to get away from the task that's needed to be done because it's not comfortable. And there's too many unknowns on the other side. At least that's what your brain is telling you. At what point are you going to be accountable to yourself and what you're trying to do for your family as well as yourself and your empire? You have to be able to build this. You have to be able to put the work in. Even in those moments when you do not feel like doing it. Same with personal fitness and things of that nature. Your health. You know that you shouldn't be eating this, but you choose to do it anyway because it tastes so good in that one moment. You need this stimuli of nonsense. That's why you continue to hang around people who are not putting you in a position or pushing you forward in what you're supposed to be doing. So you sit there and you empathize and sympathize with their pain and their issues because, oh, well, we're all doing bad. We're all doing. Who wants to be in an environment like that? Especially if there's no conflict in it. And what I mean by conflict, nothing grows without it. So why are you holding on to these beliefs that are telling you that it's okay to be this way? I'm doing all right. I got a little money. I got a car. I got a place to live. I got clothes in my back. I got food in my refrigerator. You're doing okay, but you want exceptional. So it's going to take exceptional effort in trying to go after what your dreams are, in trying to build this empire. This is where you have to have an honest conversation with yourself and quit playing with it and quit resting on your laurels like somebody's going to come along and just give you $250,000. This is not how this works. I don't care what field it is. So please understand, if you are not willing to step out of your comfort zone and actually get into the real work of understanding the language of which you choose to step into, because this is what happens to a lot of people. They jump into a field, they don't know much about it, they speak to one person who claims to be an expert and really is not winning at what they claim they do. They give them money, and then this person doesn't give them what they necessarily need or show them what they actually need to be doing to get on track to build said business, said empire. Then they feel robbed. And then they blame the person that they paid this money to. Because that's what most people do. If you step into a program and if you are putting skin in the game, you are putting your money up, guess what? You need to be doing the work. Do the work. Nothing is going to come. There's no shortcuts around this. There's no easy outs for this. It's just not. And I don't know is not an answer. If you do not know at that particular moment, please understand that means you need to go back to some study, some research, and get back to it. The work will be there, but that means you also have to put in the work, because understand this, every thought and idea and everything that should be on in your vision for what you are striving to do as far as your dream needs to be written down. That includes the things that are quote unquote desires, things that are just wants, not needs for the business, not needs for your life. We're talking about wants and desires. You need to write those down and get them out of your system. And as you are writing your long-term goals, understand 1, 3, 5, 10 years down the road, are you tracking towards these particular goals? Every day, write down something new, especially ideas and things that need to be done on a daily basis that are working towards that, so you're not struggling for nothing. If you're struggling for nothing, you're already losing. And if you step into the situation with doubt, you've already lost. You want to be confident in your abilities. Here's the problem with this at the beginning. Your confidence isn't there because you don't know. Your skills might not be there because you don't know. That means you have to put the work in. You have to be accountable to yourself. You have to be accountable to your business. You have to be accountable to your life. I've said this before and I'll say it again. You have to treat yourself as if you are responsible for you. Once you have an understanding of this and you can work with that and you see this and you acknowledge the truth of the situation, where are you in your process? Then you can start to move forward and work on the things that need to be worked on. Maybe you do need to study some more before you just jump into this head first. You're going to bump your head. You're going to have those days where everything just seems like it's not working. But this is where discipline comes into play, not inspiration. If you can get discipline down, discipline of execution especially, once you can discipline yourself and understand that I'm going to do this no matter what, no matter what, no excuses. You either have results or you have reasons. It's one of the two. Reasons why you didn't get it done. What are the results? And what you cannot necessarily impact in numbers, you need to make up for in effort. So that means you're going to work a little bit harder at the beginning than you would when everything is up and running. If you got systems in place, if you got people in place, if you got your skill level up. Please understand, you have to put this work in. You have to be disciplined in your execution, or none of this will work. Inspiration is only going to get you so far. And be honest with you, if you're using inspiration on a daily basis, that is still amateur hour. Professionals are disciplined. You want to get into real estate? Study some real estate. Speak to a couple of real estate agents. Speak to some mortgage brokers. Speak to some people who actually work in the field. Read several books on that particular subject, on that mastery. So you're not getting blindsided by terminology and language that you don't understand. If you're a DJ, speak to some DJs. Speak to some local DJs. Understanding how you mix and match your music. How to create a playlist. Whatever the field is that you're in, whatever field that you're stepping into, whatever endeavor that you are embarking upon, you need to make sure that you are putting yourself in a position to win. And not only that, be disciplined enough to create a winning attitude within inside yourself. I'm not going to take no for an answer. You want to work with somebody and they're telling you that it costs this, then guess what? You need to either add value to them in their business, maybe take an apprenticeship, or offer your services to them so that you can get around this person and simply be the sponge and the student that you should be anyway, especially at the beginning, so that you can actually learn and apply the knowledge that is going to be gained from that particular person. And you're adding value to them because you're helping them with something that they need in the space. You have to be accountable to yourself. You have to be accountable. If you really want this, you're going to do what it takes. So, that's all I really got today. But please understand, you have to be accountable for what you truly, truly want. Get all the nonsense, write it down so that you can get it out of your space. So that God and the universe can bring the new things in. You have to create a path. A path to your success. Love you all. This is Big Red Leads. Like, share, definitely subscribe to the channel. Have a great day, my friends. It's more than just being motivated and inspired. You have to be disciplined in space. You have to be disciplined in space. And make up in effort what you're not going to make up in actual numbers, sales, in the beginning. You're going to have to work a little bit harder. That's really what it comes down to. You want the lifestyle, but you don't want to do the work. That doesn't happen for anybody. Love you all. Talk soon. Have a great day.